Welcome to Finland.
It's wonderful to be here.
How are you doing?
Wonderfully, wonderfully. Had a day or two off here, so that was terrific because I love being here. So it's a bonus to be able to have some free time here.
What have you been doing?
Walking the streets, going out to dinner, and just enjoying, the ambiance. It's a when you come from a city, you don't realize sometimes how lovely it is. So for me to come here, Helsinki is fabulous, and of course it was not a surprise at this point, but a tremendous honor to go and see the train station. So it was a way of knowing that we would be very welcomed here before we came. So it's been terrific.
Have you seen anything like that before?
Not of that scale. Those statues are so big, so it's grand, and it says a lot for the relationship between us and the city. So it's really an honor.
How many times have you been to Finland? Do you recall?
Oh my gosh, I could say 6. I wouldn't know. Honestly, I've lost count.
Do you have any special memories from here?
Well, there was a time in my life where I was much more active with the beautiful women, and there's certainly some stunning women here. So I have lots of good memories, and just in general, besides the obvious connections with females, everybody here is just wonderful. They're just so warm and so friendly, and it's very special to be here.
And what about your tour this time? How is it?
This is our second show on the tour, and I can only say the show in Moscow was spectacular as a first show. So I'm very excited about playing tonight because, again, when we go on tour, there is a legend of KISS. And when people come to see us, particularly people who have never seen us before, we have a lot to live up to. We have 40 years, which is unbelievable. And many bands now will go on tour with big shows. Now, anybody with money can do a KISS show, but you can't be KISS. So the difference between us and every other band isn't the show, it's us. And our connection with our audience is unlike anything else. Other bands only wish they had the KISS army.
So, what is your secret for 40 years? What is it?
Passion. Life is about passion. And when you find your passion, you're blessed. And when you're blessed, if you don't realize you're blessed, you don't deserve the gifts that you get. So I'm very aware of how blessed I am. And I'm also, I feel an obligation to tell people that they can find their passion and they can find their dream too. We all owe it to ourselves to find what makes us happy. And each one of us has the ability to succeed with a lot of hard work. That's all it takes. People who think that it's going to be easy probably will never succeed. But I'm here to tell you that if you have a dream and if it is within reach, then you must reach for it. So for me, I just feel very blessed to be able to do what I do and also be able to share my experiences with other people, whether it's through books or through performances, art, theater, whatever I do. I think it's a way of showing other people what is possible.
But if you think about KISS 40 years ago and now, what is different?
Well, we're certainly older, and stronger. I think that the longer that you last, the more invincible you become. The longer you're around, the more you have an omnipotent sense. You know, I am a giant. You know, if not here. So I think in the beginning, we were fighting for something. We were fighting for what we believed in. And we won a long time ago. So every year, every tour, every concert is a victory lap. It's like running around and going, yes, yes, and having everybody say, yes, you did it. So what is different today? The passion is the same. Circumstances change, life changes. What I am today versus who I was in the beginning. Then I was someone with a dream. Now I live the dream.
And also this music industry has changed quite a lot during these years. How do you see that?
Well, the music industry isn't an industry anymore, and it's also not music. So it's unfortunate that so many things, you can almost say it's a perfect storm. So many things happened that in essence, I think ruined a wonderful thing, which is music, rock and roll. When people can take your music for free, and mind you, for me, it won't change my life any, but it's immoral. For me, it's not an issue, but I worry about the person who is young and says, I want to play music, but I don't really care about money. Well, when the rent is due, they will care about money. And if somebody doesn't pay them for what they do, they're going to be in trouble, and they may have to stop doing what they do. You stop being creative. So I think the internet has made it possible under very hazy areas. You know, it's one thing for you to say it's illegal. Sometimes it's just immoral. You know, okay, it doesn't break the law. That's unfortunate. But taking what doesn't belong to you, you can't, people talk about file sharing. Well, you can't share something you don't own any more than I can share your car. It's yours. And for somebody else to decide how much something is worth and put a musician in a position where it's take it or nothing is terrible. And then, you know, the companies that once were music companies and were run by people who loved music, that doesn't exist anymore. Companies are run by people who are looking at numbers. You put out a song, if it doesn't sell, you're out. There was a time where people would sign groups and artists for 3 albums, and you would build and nurture and help the artist to become successful. That doesn't happen anymore. So it's sad between that, between the fact that music companies that should be music companies are now just, they could be selling tires. They could be selling, you know, bread. I mean, it's not about their passion for music either. It's the bottom line. How much can they make? So between that and the internet and stealing artists' music, you know, the state of things is pretty sad. It's pretty sad.
And where does KISS stand on this whole thing, music thing? You don't say industry, but...
Well, I'm lucky that it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect me any. But I think if someone takes KISS music for free, it doesn't affect me in the sense that I won't be able to eat, but it's stealing. If somebody came into my house and stole something, that's stealing. So it's wrong. So for me, there's one set of reasons, but when I think about people who want to make music and at some point will realize that they can't make the money they should, those are the ones I really worry about. And the coward that hides and says, well, you know, you made enough money. Well, nobody gets to decide that. When somebody goes in and paints a house, they have a certain price. You can't afterwards say to them, oh, I'm just going to give you this. This is all you should get. So for me, it's just sad, and to protect those who are yet to make music, I want them to be taken care of. So I worry about them.
And what about KISS in the future? Where are you going?
KISS has always been going. So I'm so past thinking about where. It just goes. You know, KISS has a life of its own. And I don't make predictions. We've been here for 40 plus years. Will we be here another 40 plus years? Probably. The band is necessary. The band is necessary because people need it. People need to know that they deserve respect from their performers. They deserve thanks from their performers. They deserve appreciation. It's not the other way around. When people come to see us in a show, they shouldn't feel I'm doing them a favor. They've done me a favor. And that's part of what we do, is we remind people of what they shouldn't accept from others. They should get 100%. And I also want to be up there telling them that you can be KISS. It doesn't mean you have to play music. You can become the president. You can become a doctor. You can do anything you want if you're willing to work hard. And I'm the proof.
But have you ever considered quitting?
No, and yet, of course, the day will come when I will stop. It's inevitable. It has to happen. But when the band first started out, I hoped that the band would last 5 years, because that's how long bands lasted. There was no precedent for bands lasting longer. And then as bands started writing their own material, the fans came along, and it was a life journey together. So it's been 48 years now, maybe, I don't know, something like that. And at some point I will stop. But that doesn't mean KISS stops. KISS is bigger than me. I'm not only in the band, I'm a fan of the band. So I don't want the band to ever stop because I'm gone. And I have no plans to leave now, but a day will come. A day will come.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.